So, yeah, I think the Fever are a lost cause. I have no idea when this was from. I don't think it's recent. But I think calling the Fever a lost cause is an understatement. Calling this organization a lost cause is an understatement. And I mean this when I say this. Trade Caitlin Clark. Because there will be another... It seems like the only organization that doesn't want to build around Caitlin Clark is the organization she's currently at. You could literally get Phoenix to give you AT Satu and Dewana Bonner back. And they take all your bad contracts to get Caitlin Clark. They'll give you AT and Satu. They'll do everything. They'll give up everything. Everything to get Caitlin Clark. But yeah, it is it's one of those things. So this is kind of disturbing from Kelly Krauskopf. Let's take a listen.
We want to sustain the growth and the interest level in the franchise. I mean, this is about the Indiana Fever. Yes, we have a foundational player in Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston, and we're going to continue to add to that. But I want this team to be the leader in the country, and a brand, an enduring brand, like Apple or something. I mean, we have a real opportunity.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have any opportunity. You have one opportunity. And her first initial is C and her second initial is C. You could replace Caitlin Clark with the second biggest star in the WNBA, which is Angel Reese, and your viewership would tank by 70%. You could replace Caitlin Clark with the third biggest draw in the WNBA, Paige Bueckers, and your viewership would still tank by 60%. You could replace her with anybody, and your viewership tanks by 60%, while whichever team she goes to's viewership doubles and triples. And everything good you've gotten. I mean this when I say this. Every single good thing that has happened to your organization is because of number 22 from Iowa, out of Iowa. Every good positive thing. And off the court, on the court, Kelsey Mitchell's been great. Kelsey Mitchell has been great at times. She has been. Aaliyah Boston's great. She's been great this season. You won a Commissioner's Cup. Again, you don't get to the Commissioner's Cup final without Caitlin. But at the same time, you can argue, maybe you won the Commissioner's Cup without Caitlin. Cool. So maybe there are some on-the-court things. Aaliyah Boston's been fantastic. There have been good players as well. The on-the-court product is not 100% Caitlin. It is a quite large chunk Caitlin, but I'll give you that. But, this is the Indiana Fever. It's not like you're the glitz and glamour of LA. Dude, I'm Irish. There's not, I've never heard of anyone go to Indiana. You're not a tourism city. You're not a big city well, you are a big city. But you're not. You're a big basketball city, and I understand the fans are going to be there. But let's be real. There is a legitimate chance that Caitlin Clark never reaches the actual on-the-court heights of Tamika Catchings. There is a chance that there's a chance that she genuinely does not reach the heights of Catchings on the court. I'm not saying I'm predicting that. I'm saying there's a chance, and we have to be honest, Catchings is one of the 7 greatest players of all time. There's a chance. But at the end of the day, this organization is the most relevant it's been ever. The value is as high as it is ever. And it's nothing to do with what you've done, Kelly. You literally you took over and the team got worse. They got worse. This is embarrassing. I'm with you, Aaliyah Boston not buying anything, not actual Nike store, no more Fever. Nothing until they do right. Or a Boston Post. By the way, if you want to buy something, again, if you want to support these players, Aaliyah Boston sells her own stuff. Aaliyah Boston sells her own stuff on her website. You can go and buy. There's definitely some Caitlin Clark merch. If you guys are... if you guys want some of it, some loosely resembled in Caitlin Clark merchandise on, that may or may not be Caitlin Clark, on the old Mick Talks Hoop Store. On the old Mick Talks Hoop Store, we got the Demon CC We have the Angel and Demon CC t-shirts. We still have the dog Christy Wallace. We probably should get rid of the Temmie time. The Temmie time ones. Temmie's gone. You know what? If you're still a Temmie fan, it is what it is. And the Splash Sisters, I mean, they're no longer... I don't even think you can call her and Kelsey the Splash Sisters anymore. But, like, I'm getting very close to just being done with the Fever as a team. I like these players. By the way. Doesn't know it, but she just come up with the perfect analogy. Apple used to be an innovator and pioneer in tech space because it focused on the quality of the product it produced and always made. Its products were hands down the best. They weren't afraid to throw away tradition. Nowadays, Apple's a company that's risk averse. You're not wrong. Apple's kind of struggling, but at the same time, Apple's Apple. She's gonna gag when Caitlin leaves. Caitlin is going to leave. I mean this when I say this. Lads, Caitlin Clark literally tried to hype up her team and get them to show more emotion, and they sent the freaking sports psychologist onto the floor. Caitlin Clark is furious that the team are showing no emotion. So they send the freaking performance coach / sports psychologist. I don't know what he is. I think that there's a purpose having him on a team. But you don't send him into the huddle. This team literally wants. It is very clear this is one of those. This is Nico Harrison. They want it to be their team. They don't want this to be Caitlin's team. They want the credit. This is Nico Harrison. This is Nico Harrison, lads. Like, obviously, where is it? We saw it from Correlation as well. Y'all really don't get it. It's worse than I thought. They are Nico Harrison. Literally. They are literally Nico Harrison. They want the Indiana Fever to succeed, but they want the credit. Just like Kathy Engelbert. Kathy Engelbert doesn't want to give Caitlin Clark any props because she has not only wants the credit, she gave herself all the credit. She said she was the reason. Why the WNBA grew. She said she was the reason. Well, not she was the reason. She tried to credit herself. Aja Wilson is very little to do why the WNBA is where it is. Aja Wilson has done more than Kathy Engelbert for the WNBA. And I'm not an Aja Wilson fan by any means. If you guys agree to this, that this is BS, subscribe. We are trying to hit 53.1k by the end of the day. But that's all I can say. This is BS. This is some absolute BS, and it's just not good enough. It is just absolutely not good enough that the organization is doing this. And for the Fever fans that are like, I preferred it before Caitlin Clark, I understand that, by the way. I understand how you feel. As a Leeds United fan, I used to go watch us play when we were in League One. I used to pay, and my dad used to pay €5 for a kid's ticket. I would go and watch, and he used to pay €20 or £20. And now it costs £50 for a ticket to go to see Leeds. We're in the Premier League. There's a bunch of plastic fans that never showed up to any games when we were doing badly, and we pack out a 40,000-seater stadium every single week. We're going to upgrade that stadium to 55k, and we'll pack out that 55,000. So, at the end of the day, that is I understand, but that's sports. When you get better, you bring in more fans. When you get more fans, you get more absolute hardcore fans. But it's not a better situation. You might long for the good old days, but let's be real. This team being in the wilderness and nobody showing up to games is not the good old days. That's not the good old days. And I understand Indiana is basketball mad, but you can't. Even if the Pacers won a championship this year, the Pacers are still not one of the 10 biggest teams in the NBA in terms of brand. And I'm sorry, the Pacers are the Pacers. The Pacers are a bigger brand than the Fever. The Pacers may have won a championship, and the Pacers are better than the Fever. And you're not hearing the freaking Pacers GM or the Pacers coach going out there saying, we want to be the Apple of the NBA. It just isn't going to happen. You're not the Lakers. But anyway, yeah, a bit ridiculous now. It is a bit ridiculous. But anyway, I'll see you guys.